You clicked for the truth about Taco Bell's cheesy favorites. Good move. If you're ordering a quesadilla or Mexican pizza, you might be paying for processed melt that insiders describe as cheese-flavored glue, sitting exposed and reheated until it behaves more like paste than food. Stay with me. We'll show how communal grills and long warmers turn these bestsellers into high-risk picks, and the simple swap that dodges the mess. By the end, you'll know the safe cheese play that tastes better and won't ride the reheating merry-go-round. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great, thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. If the cheese is the star, why does it act like glue and need more than one trip through heat before it hits your tray? Let's start with the part you don't see. The cheese that goes on these items is pre-shredded and dusted with anti-caking agents so it pours easy and doesn't clump in storage. The sauce rides in a warm dispenser. Both sit open during service while tortillas and shells loop through warmers.
Taco Bell has been known for its innovative menu items like Doritos Locos Tacos, Nacho Fries, and Naked Chicken Chalupas. Taco Bell is rolling out new strategies to stay ahead of the competition.
I mean, I love Taco Bell. It's one of those type of restaurants that it's tacos.
And now Taco Bell must continue to innovate without nickel, to make sure they don't fall behind the competition.
That setup streamlines speed, but it also means the cheese dries at the edges, the sauce skins over, and the wraps pick up steam instead of a clean toast. You're sold a shot of oozy, stretchy melt. What you get at the line is a thin film on the top of the shreds, tortillas that sag from moisture, and a grill that's doing double duty. That grill sees tortillas, then oily wraps, then back again. The surface oil lingers. So does last order's flavor. When the cheese hits that, it doesn't melt smooth. It softens, then binds. Here's how the loop plays out. Cheese sits, gets tacky, lands on a quesadilla, goes to the grill with leftover oil and crumbs, then under a warmer if it doesn't leave the window fast. If it sits, it returns to heat for a re-crisp. Each pass means more moisture loss and more rubber in the bite. Think of it like reheating pasta over and over. The sauce turns sticky. The noodles toughen. Same story, different food. Food scientists point to why the melt looks staged.
Not necessarily known for its quality, but believe it or not, Taco Bell has been called one of the healthiest fast food chains. The Bell in Taco Bell is named after this man, Glenn William Bell Jr. Glenn Bell was already a fast food veteran by the time he opened the first Taco Bell. But how many variations of cheap Mexican food can Taco Bell concoct before they run out of ideas? To understand how Taco Bell became one of America's top fast food chains, let's go back to how the brand got its start.
Those anti-caking powders, like cellulose, help with flow but change how cheese fuses. Instead of pooling and stretching, it softens in spots and resists a uniform melt. Hold it warm for long, and texture breaks down further. You also increase cross-contamination risk when items and utensils bounce between bins, warmers, and the grill. Warm, not hot enough, is where mistakes grow. Former staff have a simple habit that speaks loud. They skip the quesadilla. When the people who know the line avoid it, you might want to take the hint. Not because the idea is bad, but because the path from bin to bite adds too many handoffs and too much time under heat. Now let's move on to the Mexican pizza. The shells show up frozen and pre-fried. Beef is reheated in a hot well. The sauce leans sweet, think, basically ketchup with cumin, so it reads more like a shortcut than a bright tomato base. Cheese goes on top and refuses to fully melt without another trip through heat. That's how you end up with a pie that looks glossy but eats flat, with soft shells and patches of half-melt that set fast.
And a recent Harris poll also appointed it America's favorite Mexican restaurant. Taco Bell not only competes for fast food dollars with the likes of McDonald's and Burger King.
I would say that me and my girlfriend order it about once a week because we just can't get enough of it.
Taco Bell has been a pioneer in fast food since the 1960s. It was just a few miles away from the spot where Dick and Mac McDonald were making fast food history with their burger joint.
But here's the kicker. Reused oil and shared surfaces pass along flavor and residue like a hand-me-down. A quesadilla drags oil from the last wrap, a pizza shell picks up that same trace when it touches the line. One item borrows taste and risk from the last. If the cleaning step doesn't happen between runs, and in a rush, it often doesn't, you trade control for speed. This isn't just a quality gripe. The FDA Food Code lays out strict reheating rules for time/temperature control for safety foods, and the more times an item is held, cooled a little, and reheated again, the more chances there are for mistakes. The research shows repeated reheating also beats up texture. Flavor dulls. Edges dry.
I really love Taco Bell. I love the variety they have.
At Taco Bell, he was really kind of the rock star, and Chipotle, they got a really great CEO in poaching him from Taco Bell.
Glenn started with a self-service hamburger stand in 1948 in San Bernardino, California.
The center turns warm and rubbery instead of hot and melted. So what do you order instead if you want cheese that tastes like cheese? Keep it simple and fresh on the line. Nachos and cheese get assembled on the spot, and the sauce hasn't done the round trip as many times. Plain tacos with cheese added at the line dodge the grill and warmer relay. Fewer handoffs. Less sitting. More control. The truth is, you're paying for speed and a staged look when you choose the quesadilla or the Mexican pizza. You can get better melt and cleaner flavor by asking for the straightforward build that doesn't need a second pass. Now that you see how the cheese cycle works, let's lock in what to skip and what to swap so you keep the flavor and ditch the reheating merry-go-round. When cheese is treated like a prop, stored exposed, reheated, and pressed on a shared grill, you pay for risk, not value. You get limp melt, stray flavors, and less control over what hits your tray.
The company says its commitment to value and innovation is what's driving its continued sales growth. It launched mobile food ordering, added nationwide delivery, and now sells alcohol at some of its restaurants. The chain is credited with introducing an Americanized version of Mexican food to the US.
For the fast food industry at that time, speed was of essence, so for Glenn Bell to really develop a way to serve the food at a faster rate was really big for his business and was a big.
Swap the quesadilla and Mexican pizza for simpler, made-to-order builds. Nachos and cheese or basic tacos with cheese added at the line, stay truer and skip the reheating relay. If this gave you something to chew on, like and subscribe to help us keep the spotlight on the food industry's best-kept secrets. Next, we'll test which value menu items stay fresh under pressure, and which ones crumble under the heat lamp.